Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. Convicted prisoner Lyndon Lamieson has been found dead at Lusignan prison. A fire at the Guyana Revenue Authority prompts an urgent evacuation. An autopsy reveals gasoline ingestion as the cause of death for a Surinamese woman found at a Burbis hotel. Haslin Hodge has been remanded for the murder of Venezuelan national Evelyn Alfonso Alves. The Guyana Police Force issues a wanted bulletin for Marlon Marcus, also known as Mice Man, in connection with the attempted murder of 6-year-old Jeremiah Gustav. Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben urges police to tackle rising crime in the Stabroek market area. Police are on the hunt for teenagers who jumped a woman's yard and stole puppies. A thief steals a cake mixer, utensils, and other items from a cafe. A mason is on $100,000 bail for attempting to rob a cop. A murder suspect is on $250,000 bail for robbery under arms. Justice Navindra Singh of the High Court has dismissed a lawsuit filed by Jones Raymond, who spent over 9 years in prison without trial. Lastly, a man has been electrocuted while operating a crane at Windsor Estates. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Autopsy reveals gasoline ingestion as cause of death for Surinamese woman found at Burbis Hotel. An autopsy conducted on the body of 25-year-old Gayatri Katrian on Wednesday by government pathologist Dr. Vivekanand Brijmohan has confirmed that she died as a result of gasoline ingestion. Katrian, a Surinamese national, was found dead on Monday afternoon in a room at the Starlight Hotel located at Deadwood Village, West Bank Burbis. The discovery was made at about 17:10 by the hotel's manager. Police reports indicate that Katrian checked into the hotel room alone on Thursday and was scheduled to check out on Monday. During her stay, she periodically left and returned to the hotel. The investigation continues as authorities seek to understand the circumstances surrounding her tragic death. Convicted prisoner Lyndon Lamieson found dead at Lusignan prison. Lyndon Lamieson, a convicted prisoner at Lusignan prison, was found dead in his cell on Wednesday morning during a routine check by officers on duty. The discovery was made around 06:00H. The Guyana Prison Service reported that Lamieson was found unresponsive, prompting immediate medical attention. Officers checked his blood pressure and pulse, but a nurse was unable to obtain a reading. A doctor was then contacted, and upon examination, Lamieson was pronounced dead. Lamieson had recently been discharged from the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was diagnosed with kidney failure and was undergoing treatment at the time of his death. The prison service is currently conducting an investigation into the circumstances surrounding his passing. Fire at Guyana Revenue Authority prompts evacuation. Employees and patrons at the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, were evacuated just after 14:00H today when the fire alarm went off due to a small fire in the Risk Management Department. Preliminary investigations revealed that the fire started as a result of an electrical fluctuation, which caused a minor ignition in the department. Staff quickly followed evacuation protocols, leaving the building in an orderly manner. Firefighters arrived on the scene swiftly and efficiently managed to contain and extinguish the fire. No injuries were reported, and the building sustained no damage. Firefighters conducted a thorough inspection to ensure the area was safe before allowing employees to re-enter the building. Operations at the GRA are expected to resume tomorrow following final safety checks. Thief steals cake mixer, utensils, other items from cafe. An alleged thief on Friday last was caught on closed-circuit television, CCTV, footage stealing a variety of items from a soon-to-open cafe, at Water and New Market Streets, Georgetown. The incident occurred between 12:35H and 13:30H at Lot 8 Water and New Market Streets, Georgetown, while the lights were turned off in the cafe. The items stolen were a cake mixer, utensils, KitchenAid, power sound, smoke machine, light-emitting diodes, LED lights, measuring tape, a bag of nails, and glass cleaner. The 25-year-old owner of the cafe related that the cafe is set to open in September. According to the CCTV footage seen by this publication, the shirtless suspect searched the place for other items. He was also seen carrying the cake mixer, placing it in a corner with all of the other stolen items. Police hunt teens who jump woman's yard, steal puppies. Police are currently searching for 3 teenagers who were caught on closed-circuit television, CCTV HUD footage, stealing 5 husky puppies on Sunday from a private residence in Meadowbrook Gardens, Georgetown. 43-year-old Vivica Allen, the owner of the puppies, related to Kaiser News that the incident occurred around 12:27 Allen said the approximate cost of the 5 husky puppies were $600,000. Allen related that they were 3 teens, 2 who entered the yard, and 1 that was on standby outside. According to a CCTV footage seen by this publication, the 2 teens were seen picking up the puppies and placing them into a haversack. After the puppies were in the bag, one of the teens picked up the bag and the duo ran out of the yard. A police report was filed at the East La Penitence Police Station. Investigation continues. Haslin Hodge remanded for murder of Venezuelan national Evelyn Alfonso Alves. Haslin Hodge has been remanded to prison for the murder of Venezuelan national Evelyn Alfonso Alves. Alves was found dead over a week ago with a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Police received legal advice earlier today to charge Hodge, the prime suspect in Alves's murder. Hodge, a 47-year-old resident of Lot 43 Prospect, East Bank Demerara, was subsequently arraigned at the Diamond Magistrates Court. He was not required to plead to the murder charge read by Magistrate Judy Latchman. The accused will return to court on August 2, 2024. On July 7, Alves's body was discovered lying on the access road leading into the new Diamond Development housing scheme on the East Bank of Demerara, an area primarily under construction. Construction workers in the vicinity found her body, which was lying in a pool of blood. Detectives recovered a 9mm spent shell casing approximately 10 feet from where the victim lay, along with a cell phone near her body. The investigation is ongoing as the authorities work to gather more evidence and details about the case. Guyana Police Force issues wanted bulletin for Marlon Marcus, aka Iceman, for attempted murder of 6-year-old Jeremiah Gustav. The Guyana Police Force has issued a wanted bulletin for Marlon Marcus, known as Iceman, in connection with the attempted murder of 6-year-old Jeremiah Gustav. The incident occurred on July 9 at around 1945 HRS on Charles Street, Charlestown, Georgetown. Jeremiah Gustav was standing next to his 39-year-old mother, a food vendor, when a man on a black motorcycle approached and discharged 4 rounds in the direction of a man known as a crab. The intended target, Crab, managed to escape, but the child was struck by a bullet in the head and fell to the ground. Jeremiah was rushed to a city hospital by his mother and is currently receiving medical attention. His condition is listed as serious. Marlon Marcus, whose last known addresses are East Ruimveldt and Albuistown, Georgetown, is sought for questioning in the case. Police recovered 2 9mm spent shells at the scene and are actively searching for both Marcus and a crab. Anyone with information about Marcus's whereabouts is urged to contact the nearest police station. The investigation is ongoing as authorities work to apprehend the suspect and ensure justice for the young victim and his family. Mason on $100,000 bail for attempting to rob cop. DeLon Jones, a 29-year-old Mason, was granted bail on Tuesday on a charge of attempting to rob a police corporal. Jones of the Beafield Sophia squatting area appeared virtually at the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Principal Magistrate Faith McGusty, where he was released on $100,000 bail. During Jones's first court appearance on July 9, 2024, he pleaded not guilty to the charge. The prosecutor had objected to bail, citing the serious nature and prevalence of the offense, as well as the existence of CCTV footage of the incident. However, when he made his second court appearance, bail was granted due to insufficient evidence captured on video footage. He is scheduled to return to court on August 9, 2024 for statements. Reports revealed that on July 6, 2024, at around 23:20 p.m., Corporal Lennox Daniels, who was on duty and armed with a licensed firearm, was stationed on Orange Walk, Burda, Georgetown when he observed Jones and another individual on a motorcycle. Jones, who was the pillion rider, immediately dismounted the motorcycle and pulled out a pair of scissors, pointing them at Corporal Daniels and demanding that he hands over his belongings. In response, Corporal Daniels backed away and drew his firearm, pointing it at Jones. This caused Jones to freeze, while his accomplice rode away, successfully escaping. Man electrocuted while operating crane at Windsor Estates. A tragic incident occurred on Saturday morning at Windsor Estates, East Bank Demerara, EBD, resulting in the electrocution of a man in his 60s. The victim, identified as Maniram Navindralal, a truck driver from Lot 59 Potentia, West Bank Demerara, WCD, was operating the crane on his truck when the fatal accident happened. Navindralal had been hired to pick up and deliver 4 crates of concrete blocks to a residence in Windsor Estates. Reports from the Ministry of Labour indicate that while he was offloading the blocks using the crane mounted on his truck, the crane came into contact with a 13,800-volt primary network, resulting in his immediate electrocution. The Ministry of Labour has launched an investigation into the fatality to determine the circumstances leading to this tragic event. Meanwhile, Navindralal's sudden death has left his relatives and loved ones in profound shock and grief. One relative expressed the family's sorrow, saying, "The message came to me like a spear to my heart." The deceased was described as a very hardworking son, father, and husband. "I can't believe my ears, I can't believe a word when I heard your passing. You will surely be missed by all who you touched their heart. I can never forget because you are my birthday twin, we share the same dates. Sleep on, my champ," the relative added. The community mourns the loss of a dedicated and beloved individual, and further details will be revealed as the investigation progresses. Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben urges police to tackle rising crime in Stabroek market area. Despite an overall decrease in serious crime across Guyana, Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben has emphasized the need for intensified efforts to address the escalating crime situation in and around the Stabroek market area. Speaking at the Guyana Police Force's 185th anniversary symposium on Tuesday, Ben highlighted the persistent dangers faced by individuals in the vicinity of the market. "If you don't look like me, you could be robbed, assaulted, and even killed in the environment around Stabroek Market," Ben stated. He also noted the prevalent open use of marijuana, saying, "If I walk through the front gate, I could get an instant high." Ben directed a strong message to the police officers working in the area: "You must take hold of the situation." Stabroek Market, the largest market in Georgetown, is notorious as a crime hotspot. The crowded area frequently experiences robberies, with incidents of pickpocketing, bag snatching, and even violent assaults such as stabbings and shootings. While acknowledging the improvements in law enforcement, including new assets and enhanced infrastructure, Ben underscored the crucial challenge of improving the quality of policing. "We have abandoned foot patrols, we have abandoned the dog walking through the Stabroek Market area," Ben remarked. "The core issue is at the level of the quality of policing, not the quantity in terms of how many police are out there." Ben also pointed to broader challenges faced by the police, such as combating transnational crime, cybercrime, and money laundering. He called for a comprehensive approach to tackling crime and violence and addressing the underlying factors that contribute to them. "We must take hold of issues relating to crime and violence and the factors that allow for crime and violence. It cannot continue," Ben asserted. As efforts to enhance public safety continue, the minister's call to action aims to ensure that the improvements in law enforcement translate into tangible benefits for all citizens, particularly in high-risk areas like Stabroek Market. Murder suspect on $250,000 bail for robbery under arms. A 22-year-old East Ruimveldt man, who is a suspect in a murder case, was granted bail in the sum of $250,000 for a robbery under arms charge after he appeared in court on Monday. The defendant appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court 8 and 9 before Magistrate Marissa Mitterholzer to answer to the charge of robbery under arms. According to the facts presented, on March 25, 2024, at Lot 25 Block M, Lamaha Springs, Georgetown, Muhammad, armed with a handgun, robbed the complainant, Allison Sulak, of $400, $8,000 Guyana currency, and one shoulder bag valued at $10,000, totaling $90,000. The man pleaded not guilty to the robbery under arms charge. According to information disclosed in court, the accused was initially arrested for murder and later, the police, acting on information received, charged him for robbery under arms. The defendant was represented by attorneys-at-law, Jermaine Jarvis and Keisha Williams. Mr. Jarvis made an application for bail to be granted, stating that his client was arrested on Thursday and kept beyond the 72-hour mark, without an order issued for him to be in custody longer. Furthermore, the method of the defendant's arrest was brought up. According to the counsel, the man was arrested by a police officer who was in a vehicle without a siren or lights to indicate that it was a police vehicle. Detective Corporal Eastman, the policeman that made the arrest, then allegedly shot at the man's vehicle several times. The prosecutor objected to bail due to the serious nature of the offense and its prevalence, as well as the fact that the man was also arrested in relation to a murder, which made him a flight risk. However, bail was granted by Magistrate Mitterholzer, due to the investigation still being incomplete and the fact that he was arrested for murder but was brought before the court for robbery under arms. He was granted bail in the sum of $250,000, and is scheduled to appear in court again on August 14, 2024 for report. Justice Navindra Singh of the High Court dismissed a lawsuit filed by Jones Raymond, who had spent over 9 years in prison without trial. The ruling, delivered on Friday, July 12, 2024, rejected Raymond's claims of constitutional rights violations and ordered him to pay $500,000 in costs to the state, the Attorney General Chambers said in a statement. Raymond's ordeal began on December 26, 2012, when he allegedly killed Gary Joseph with a bow and arrow during a confrontation. Raymond was charged with murder 2 days later and remained on remand pending trial. A lengthy preliminary inquiry of PI that concluded in 2014, procedural delays and directives from the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, prolonged his pre-trial detention. In 2022, High Court Judge Sandil Kasoon discovered the unresolved status of Raymond's case and ordered his release, permanently staying the murder prosecution. After he was released, Raymond's lawsuit, filed on October 25, 2022, sought declarations that his prolonged detention violated several constitutional rights, including the right to a fair trial within a reasonable time and protection from inhuman or degrading treatment. He cited Articles 141 and 144 of the Constitution of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana as the basis for his claims. However, Justice Singh found no breach of Raymond's right to a fair trial, noting that Raymond's indication of a willingness to plead guilty to manslaughter effectively waived any period of delay. Additionally, the court observed that Raymond had not demonstrated any specific prejudice suffered due to the delay. Regarding the claim of inhumane or degrading treatment, the court determined that Raymond's allegations, such as being attacked by other inmates or enduring insanitary conditions, and as such, did not meet the threshold for constitutional violations. The court underscored that without evidence of the prison officer's involvement in or direction of such treatment, the claim could not be substantiated. Justice Singh's decision underscores the importance of timely trials while balancing the public interest in prosecuting serious crimes like murder. The ruling also highlights the need for claimants to provide detailed evidence when alleging constitutional breaches. Citing case law from the United Kingdom, the United States, the Caribbean, and Guyana, the court affirmed the necessity of fair and prompt legal processes. Raymond was represented by attorneys Dennis Paul and Timothy Jonas SC. The state, represented by Attorney General Anil Nandlal SC, Senior Legal Advisor Loretta Noel, and State Counsel Marnus Hestick, successfully defended against the claims.